Now let's turn to bring in health insurance insider Wendell Potter, former head of public relations for Cigna and currently senior fellow on healthcare for the Center for Media and Democracy. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Let's go again to Congressman Kucinich's basic question. He sounds to me like the conscience of the Congress when he asks, is this the best we can do? Wendell, is this the best we can do?
You know, it's not the best we can do. From a pragmatic point of view, at this point, maybe it is. But I sympathize with the congressman. He has been a champion of consumers, of Americans, and not for the insurance industry. What has happened, I think, to a large extent, is the administration and leaders in Congress began with a bill that largely was a compromise already, rather than starting with Medicare for all, as you mentioned earlier. So we wound up with a bill that is not as good as a lot of progressives thought it should be. So it's a pretty good bill, but as good as we could do, no, it's not.
Now, if you were still working inside the health insurance industry, what would they be doing tonight? They would be meeting in the boardrooms and planning what as these bills approach the floor in the House and the Senate?
They'll be focusing largely on the Senate still. They'll still be trying to peel back blue dogs from supporting the legislation in the House, but they'll be focusing primarily on the Senate. And those conservative senators or senators from more conservative states, the Democrats, that they think they might keep from endorsing or voting for the bill. And in particular, you know, we've already seen what they've done with Joe Lieberman, who is often called the senator from Aetna, which is based in his home state of Connecticut. They're focusing on those members of the Senate to try to make them shills, convert them to become shills for the industry.
Now, Wendell, you know, when I was working in the Senate, I never had the joy of fighting for a perfect bill. These things were always compromises, and there was usually a third of it that you just kind of could barely stomach. But this one really strikes me as missing the mark by quite a wide margin. What do you think the House needs to do, in particular concentrating on the House bill now? What do you think the House needs to do between now and passage on the floor to improve what Nancy Pelosi has delivered?
Well, I think the House needs to make sure that the insurance companies are held very accountable. This is a lot of this is about insurance market reform. So that's very important. The insurance companies need to be held to a certain accountability and standards on how much of each premium dollar they spend on medical care. That is very, very important. They need to be, I think the public option needs to be open to more people. The Congressional Budget Office, I think, frankly, was looking at the most conservative outcome here. I think the Secretary of Health and Human Services can be a much better negotiator with health care providers, and it will not be more expensive than private insurance. But I think that it needs to be available to more people, for sure.
Now, just to stay inside the public option for a moment here, because this is shocking news about its premiums possibly running higher than private insurance premiums. Do we need to make it available to more than just 2% of the population in order to get those premiums down? Is the problem that the group is going to be so small and so sick going into the public option that their health care is going to be very expensive?
That's exactly a very big point, because you get negotiating clout when you have a larger membership. And if you start with a very, very small membership, you are at a competitive disadvantage. And that will be hard for the Secretary of Health and Human Services to start out with. So it does need to be open to more people. The insurance companies will certainly fight that, but it needs to be a plan that can have a sizable membership.
Wendell Potter, former head of public relations for Cigna, now with the Center for Media and Democracy. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Lawrence.